Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to D Smooth. Let's discuss. Welcome to today's session, man. Man, at this point, the hip hop fans on Drake and Kendrick's side, who really cares what they think now? A year of this is getting wild. Where hip hop fans has entered the beef between rappers. This is wild. So, Old Boy TV, for this week, right? His album has outstreamed Gen X for this week, right? What is it gonna be next week? But who cares, man? Everybody know the album sucks. Even they know it's not good, man. Which is wild to me. Here go another tweet from old boy. He told me to tell y'all, wait for the next chapter. At this point, who cares what old boy say? Who really cares? Ain't nobody checking for you no more, so shh. Be quiet, man. Be quiet. And I'm on X, and it's crazy. A lot of these people I don't even follow on X. It just pops on my timeline. But here's another one on the Joe Budden podcast. Melissa Ford. Snake dirty. No loyalty at all. Somebody could just look at her and she wishy-washy, man. She wishy-washy. No loyalty at all, man. Sad. What else going on X, man? We already know about the Trumpster. What old boy say? I don't even know who this is. This got to be fake. That's another thing, man. All these individuals making fake Twitter pages to take somebody down. Y'all need your ass whooped, man. What's this? Joe Budden. I think old boy sent us some flowers, and the Joe Budden podcast, they were not having it. They was softy. So I guess AZ Shike responded to Joy Badass. Did you listen to the song, man? Did you listen to the song? Big Lou. Let me see
this. See? I'll tell you, stop grabbing.
No fighting on YouTube. YouTube do not play. Tory Lanez say he wants to make a new album from prison in just 3 weeks. Who cares? Do your time, bro. Reason so damn smart and dope, but man. So Reason went on to Kev Bootleg podcast and said he was shouting out Drake on purpose. Who cares? What's this? Floyd Mayweather buying New York buildings, man. Let's see what this about.
Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low, on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm pointing like this because all of we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
Shout out to Floyd.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Shout out to that brother right there, man, doing the damn thing. Some money coming into that, brother. Let's see what else going on, man. So J. Cole dropped an album today. Not an album, a song. Did you listen to it? I thought it was pretty good. I did listen to it, E-Clouds. But a deep dive into it, I did not do that, man. You know, the individuals on social media already did that. Go check them out. So Drake and PD dropped a classic album. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So you going X, man? X is, man. X be wildin', man. They be wildin'. So it's weird because I only follow a few people on X. I don't know how these individuals pop up on my timeline, man, on X. But hey, man. So this Kendrick Lamar, you can't fake influence. Farrakhan. Let me see what this talking about.
He freed rappers to come on up. He's the boss. He's the boss. Now, when the rappers are free to say it like it is and say what they feel and teach their people through music and rap and song and dance, the cultural revolution is on. Kendrick Lamar set a new standard.
Facts.
He freed rappers to come on up.
All the Drake fans gonna go wild after that, off of that one, man. Oh man. You seen this, guys? LeBron James yelling mustard at one of his games and dancing to it. Oh my God. The new age of social media, man. You better have some thick skin for this. You better have some thick skin for this. This is about to get dangerous out here. What's she talking about?
The whole party died. There's a long wire that erupts.
Yeah.
And it kills everybody.
Yep.
I watched that opening scene on mute, and I had Watch the Party Die playing. It fit just perfect.
Nope. No music in this video. So, I've been saying Not Like Us has transcended. Oh boy, when SNL does a skit of the song, it's a rap, man. Oh boy will be forever tied to this. Not Like Us. When you say oh boy name, Not Like Us. It is what it is. Eddie Griffin just came out and said Drake is not like us. So all the Drake fans, they can go online and start some bullshit. But hey, at this point, it is what it is. Just move on. Old boy just need to move on and let shit go. If he keep holding on to the feelings of hatred towards Kendrick Lamar, towards other rappers, it's going to be sad. You're going to see more clown shit. You cannot beat social media, man. You cannot beat social media. You can't. So no matter what old boy do, social media is going to come back. The next person, the next individual is going to continue clowning him. And they already making jokes. Comedians doing jokes about the Not Like Us beef. We'll better leave that shit alone and just move on. The internet is undefeated, man. It's undefeated. See Glasses Malone. Women don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. What the fuck she talking about?
Drake and I got a song called No Lie.
I ain't playing no music, man. No music. See, I was just going through X, man. Let's see what's going on.
I have so many feelings about the halftime show. First of all, Kendrick's amazing.
Yes.
I thought he did good. But the hard thing was trying to explain it to white people. Because I was sitting there and they were like, sir, what does what is he saying with the shoes? What is he saying? I was the interpreter. Oh, so this is a flag? Okay, great. You know, I couldn't, because I was trying to figure it out too, because there's a lot of, codes in it. Mm-hmm. I love the PlayStation thing. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of brilliant. I didn't see it come in. I was like, oh man. But what I thought was really, really cool was Sam Jackson being sort of like, yeah. I thought that was interesting because he was the voice of it, and he just drove the message this way, and then they started dancing this way, and then they started doing this, and then at the end when it said game over, I was like, I don't know. I think Drake gonna have to do a gospel album after this.
A gospel album?
Cause you need Jesus after game over, you know.
I ain't heard about a gospel album. Oh my goodness.
It would be great. Now, you know what would be epic for hip hop? Because for me, I thought it was really, really good for hip hop when they were both going back and forth. Because I came up in the 90s with Tupac and Biggie, right? Yes. And so when you have, like this competition, which music is, all the artists are competing to be number one. You got two guys that are prolific in their lanes. And then they get an opportunity to go back and forth. I thought that was great because everybody's like, well, what is Kendrick gonna do? What is Drake gonna do? And they're going back and forth. But now after the Super Bowl, I don't think there's anything to do. I think you you do a collaborative album.
Loads of dogs in the background. J-Rock, Meet the Browns. Let's see what I'm talking about. Oh, you guys already know about Meet the Grams. Kendrick Lamar got white folks doing their homework. This is a long ass video. I'm only gonna watch a minute of it.
Let's do our homework. So we've been talking about 40 acres and a mule. The deal that the federal government had with newly freed black people who had been enslaved during the Civil War and found themselves released into a whole new world. Now they were free in the United States, but with no infrastructure, no education, scattered to the winds. Their families had been sold off and lost. They needed some help getting their feet under them so that they could become thriving members of society. And for a moment, we were on the right track as a nation. Abraham Lincoln had a plan for reconstruction for the South. He wanted to reincorporate the seceded states and offer citizenship to the newly freed black people. However, things went off the rails when Lincoln was assassinated and his vice president, Andrew Johnson, took over. And yes, it's Andrew Johnson. Some of you thought you were going to correct me and tell me that it was Andrew Jackson. It's a different asshole, different old white dude, same asshole tendencies. Andrew Jackson is the guy that's on the $20 bill. He is also a piece of shit, but he was long dead before Andrew Johnson took over and ran our country into a ditch right after the Civil War. So how did things go so horribly wrong? Well, the most important thing to remember is how quickly this all went down, right? So last time we talked about William Sherman writing his field order number 15. And that was where we get this phrase, 40 acres and a mule. So he writes this order in January of 1865. And it is quickly adopted by President Lincoln. And almost immediately, Congress establishes the Freedmen's Bureau. Now, this is a governmental agency at the federal level that was designed to help the newly freed black people establish their new lives, right? Become citizens, find their families, get married, all that stuff. Then a month later, the Civil War officially ends. Robert E. Lee surrenders to Ulysses S. Grant at the Appomattox Courthouse. That's the part of history that everybody, white people, are taught, right? The end of the Civil War here. And then we're just supposed to think everything went back to normal and got hunky-dory. That's not the experience of the newly freed black people, especially in the South. Because just 5 days after the Civil War officially ends, Lincoln is assassinated by a Confederate sympathizer named John Wilkes Booth. But that's not all that went down on April 14th, 1865. The plan was much bigger. Yeah, John Wilkes Booth.
Man, YouTube be acting funny. I don't know if they're going to let this play, but let's go.
Was on the side of the South. He was pissed about Lincoln's plans to reincorporate black people into society. There was major systemic racism behind most of the stuff that went down subsequently. Was Lincoln assassinated successfully? Yes. But what we aren't often reminded of is that there was also a plot to assassinate Andrew Johnson, except his would-be assassin decided not to go through with it. Is that because Johnson was a Confederate sympathizer? Probably. And the third part of the plan was to assassinate William Seward, who was Lincoln's Secretary of State. Now, Seward was also much along the Lincoln plan of Reconstruction, getting the South back together to rejoin the Union, but also bring along racial equality to the new United States of America. And this was a seriously dirty deed. The guy that was supposed to assassinate William Seward, it all happened on the same night. And Seward is attacked in his home. The guy bum rushes his house, jumps into his bed, stabs him in the face and the neck. Then, of course, there's a nationwide hunt for the bad guys. So you can just imagine the chaos that's happening in the country right now. A couple of weeks later, General Oliver Howard becomes the commissioner of the Freedmen's Bureau. Howard? That name familiar? Yeah. He's the guy that helped found Howard University. I mean, and this has all happened in only a few months, right? Sherman wrote his articles in January of 1865. It's now May of 1865. The war has ended. The president's been assassinated, and chaos reigns. This is all happening very, very quickly. Now, in May of 1865, our new president, Andrew Johnson, decides to totally...
And let me say this. Do your own research. Do your own research. Do not believe people off the internet. Do your own goddamn research. Kendrick wants you to read. I want you to do your own research. Type some names in. That's it. That's all. Do not believe individuals off of social media. Do your own research.
Scrap Lincoln's plan for Reconstruction. And talk about a little bitch. He is a little bitch about it because he's butthurt that the South was going to suffer so much. He was from Tennessee. He was a Confederate sympathizer too, and he didn't think that the South should have to suffer for their crimes. So the first thing he does is revokes Sherman's order. So guess what? No 40 acres and a mule for any of the free black people. Absolutely not. He says, okay, yeah, fine. We'll stick with the 13th Amendment. We'll abolish slavery, but let them figure it out for themselves. Let the states figure it out for themselves. That's his whole mantra, that the federal government is not going to help anybody. Fuck them. His other thing that he does is he pardons all the Confederate criminals from the war. Sound familiar yet? The other thing he does here is he returns all the seized land back to the white people who had been operating it before the war. So if you were a plantation owner in the South, and you seceded from the Union, instead of being charged with treason and sent to prison, and that land is now unoccupied, and so he was going to give it to the freed slaves and they were going to farm it, he pardons everybody. Nobody's going to jail. In fact, here's your land back, guys. Here you go. I know you had a plantation here before. Now you can just take over, carry on as you were. No worries. Everybody's pardoned. Nobody's in trouble. And he decides he does not think that blacks should be granted citizenship. So they're in this weird limbo area of not being slaves anymore, but they're not full citizens, so they have no judicial rights, they can't own land or property. They're like stuck in this weird place. So what happens? You become a sharecropper, an indentured servant. People were desperate to make a living, and without land ownership or actual citizenship rights, they just became one step beyond where they had been before.
check out one more thing, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Let's check out chart data. U.S. albums, Party Next Door, 248. Sabrina Carpenter, Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd. So we already know Old Boy album just came out. So Kendrick Lamar, G-Next to rank at number 3 on This Weekend Billboard. So Billboard, yeah. So Drake fans, they gonna love this number right here. It would mark Drake 14th number 1 album. Oh, they gonna run with that. Even though they don't want you to talk about the numbers, they gonna talk about the numbers. However, the replay value, we need to see what next week's album is going to look like as far as sales. I do not expect these numbers. Let's be honest, man. Ain't nobody listen to that shit. Even Drake fans ain't listening to that shit. It is what it is. Let me see. What's going on? Then it's come to find out that Drake fans, they telling other fans how to stream the album. Just go to sleep and let it play all night on repeat. Just go to sleep, walk away, and let it play. Come on, man. So it's not organic when you do it that way. Just gotta enjoy the music. You don't have to, if you're a fan of somebody, you don't have to cheat, man. Just relax, enjoy the music, and whatever come out, it is what it is, man. A lot of fans, a lot of people love Kendrick, a lot of people love J. Cole, a lot of people love Old Boy. Just enjoy the music, man. People love Tupac, Biggie, Redman, Method Man, Boosie, Lil Webby. Just enjoy the music, man. Once you take it to the next level, your fandom is going out of control, man. Let's see what Billboard talking about. Check out Billboard. Tyler becomes the first African solo artist. Man, who the fuck is this? The fuck she saying? Alright, Lil Wayne, I see the Rock using your stuff. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just on here to see what's going on, man. Playboy Cardi about to drop a new album? We'll see. We'll see. Let me see what's going on before I get on out of here. At this point, I think all these hip hop websites, even YouTubers, Kendrick and Drake, for the numbers, right? You can see why it's just all about the numbers now at this point. But god damn. But man, I'm out of here. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and welcome to this session right here, man. I'm out of here.